welcome to our first ever podcast called Neighbourhood Stories. And we have our first wonderful guest here who I'm going to introduce to you soon. My name is Anju Desai, and with Art Out East, we are presenting this podcast to you. So, thank you so much for being here. We have Rosa Chow with us today, and she is from Hong Kong and she's been here from a long time. And that is not just it. She have done exceptional work with the crime prevention in New Zealand and have won an award as well. So you can well imagine how talented woman she is and how devoted she is to make our country safe. So thank you so much to Rosa Chow. Here is Rosa. Thank you for being here. It is wonderful to have you and meet you here.
Hi, Anju. Thank you for the wonderful introduction.
Thank you so much. You well deserved it. So we all would love to know that how did you came up with all this and what was the first thing that you brought you from Hong Kong to here?
Well, a year before we came over here, we sent our son, who was not really struggling, but he hoped that he could do better. And so we said, why don't we change the environment and try overseas? And so we put him in New Zealand, put him in a boarding school, and within that year he excelled in mathematics, and also he picked up a lot of confidence in his studies. Then I said, for the cost it is all worthwhile. But the pitfall is that he had no family, no direct family with him. And so occasionally he would tell me that, Mom, I have nowhere to go this weekend, Auntie is not picking me up. She says she has visitors or she was too busy. Then I felt bad. What sort of mum was I? I was supposed to be with my son, making him feel comfortable. So I decided to quit my job in Hong Kong and come to New Zealand well, at first just to see what it is like. But then I got settled in here and I love it.
Oh, that's really great. And what a beautiful mum heart it is, right? Because I do have one son, and as I said, I can't live in a separate country than him. That is for sure. I don't know how long it is, but I still don't have that courage to be separated from my son and on a separate lands. So yes. I understand your feeling, and glad you came to New Zealand. So that was the reason, your son, that was your reason to come here.
Yes.
And then how did you find New Zealand? Or how did you feel like here? What was your feeling?
Well, at first I'm just like a stranger going to a strange place. I did not fit in. I spoke English because in Hong Kong we were educated with plenty of English since we were small. But then somehow when I'm not really understanding the topic of the conversation, I didn't feel engaged, and there was certain jokes that happened to me as well. For example, when they said, oh, let's come to my place and bring a plate. So I would miss out the food. And then when I was invited to a lunch there, I was very happy because she served soup. And I said, okay, I would reserve my tummy space for some more food coming up, and then no more food. And then I saw the soup was the lunch. Yes. But I gradually learned about people, learn about the place, learn about the culture, and now I don't want to leave.
Yes. I think it's the initial struggle. I do remember taking empty plate at somebody's house because it was bring a plate. I thought they might don't have a plate. And secondly, I had the same experience with the dinner invited, and they couldn't understand being vegetarian. They said, can you eat chicken? Can you eat fish? I said, no. So they couldn't find anything, and that was the one packet of mushroom soup, which I had, and that was my dinner that night. And I'm not a fan of mushrooms, so I understand the cultural difference. It's a lot to learn when you come new, and it is exciting in some way because there are so many other good things that you can accommodate, and some of the things that you have to learn and relearn again and change it. So
Yes. I had difficulty going around at first because I didn't have a driver's license.
Right.
And I was not happy with my driving instructor. He said that, hey, you have to, he used a marker to mark 2 points on the windscreen. He said, don't look here, look here. He put 2 marks there. Then I said, to me, what is the difference? It is the same distance to me because I couldn't understand what he was saying. And at the end, I had to change another instructor, and that instructor said, just look as far as your eyes can take you. Then I understand. I realized that yes, I have to look farther than just limiting my vision to the inside of the car. So,
Wow.
I mean, gradually we learn things, we pick up stuff. We also learn not only from ourselves but from other people's experience, and that makes life very interesting.
That's true, very true. I think the experiences we bring from our country and experience we get here, it become more wholesome person, you know. Like I was studying in India a lot about British and things like that in history, and it changed me completely coming here. So I understand because we are coming from the country who which speak English, so it's a little bit easier. It's not always easier to connect with other people, and it takes longer, but you stayed here, I stayed here because we loved something about it and we made our own space. So thank you for
Yes, so
sharing.
true.
Yeah. And I heard that you are doing a great work with the crime prevention, so that must be quite something that you must be feeling strongly inside that need a help. And beside of coming for your son, you created something quite amazing for the country. So I would love to know what was that journey like? What was the inspiration and how you started all that?
Well, the crime prevention thing came upon me. I didn't seek it out. I didn't realize that life can be so interesting. I made some friends with my daughter's classmates, parents, the family. So, well, when I was here, I had plenty of time because I was not working. So I helped out in the school. And from there, I got to know a lot of people. And one day, one person asked whether I would be interested to do some volunteer work.
Right.
She said it wouldn't take up a lot of time. We meet only once a month. Then I said, I can handle that only once a month. But of course, it turned out to be something much bigger. And it was joining the Asian Council on Reducing Crime. I didn't know what it was. I haven't heard about it. But then when I joined, I actually saw that it has got a lot of things to do. Even little things that happen in our community can spark a lot of consequences.
Yes.
And at that time, there were quite a number of crimes, especially targeting Asian population, because we were of smaller stature, we don't speak English, we don't run after the perpetrators, we don't even know what we should do or could do. And so the Asian Council on Reducing Crime attracted my attention, and I found it very interesting to be working with the police as well as having the strong support of the Auckland Council at that time.
Right, yes.
So they helped us build up the organization, and we try to organize activities that are useful, helpful to the Chinese community. So we have done quite a bit of things. We organized the Safety Expo, we did the shoppers awareness program, going to shopping centers to tell the people, hey, you have to carry your bag in this, make sure that you don't have things visible or something like that.
Yes.
And then we also believe that it would be good to have more eyes and ears for the police because there are just only a few of them.
Yeah.
We don't visibly see police
Yes.
here in New Zealand at first. And then we thought that it might be a good idea to organize a crime watch patrol group. But then we said that no, we don't want a car, we don't want to drive around, let's do foot patrol.
Okay.
And so we started the foot patrol group.
Right.
And we go to residential area mainly and just walk up and down the street. We did not do much, we were just walking. But then having the visibility means that other people, I mean the prospective perpetrators,
Yes,
when they
yes.
see us around, they will say, hey, somebody is
Yeah.
watching. So I think that might help. And we got the affirmation from the police that they liked us doing that. So
Okay.
every time we go around,
Yeah.
they would come along, and at the peak of our operations, sometimes when we say announce we are going to have a certain patrol on a certain date, 20 people will turn up.
Wow.
So
that's-
20, all
yeah.
in high visibility vests and going along. So that was a pretty sight. And also we try to instill in the person the idea that wherever you come from, whatever age you are in,
Yeah.
whatever small you think that you are doing, small thing you think you're doing, you can still contribute to the well-being of the community.
Right.
And that is how everything started and
That's
took
right.
off.
Yes, yes. And I think this is really quite a beautiful thing you said. And they are things everybody is trying to learn when they come in new country. The different type of crime, different type of threat, different type of scenario. And I come from a very big city, Mumbai, and 3 in the morning, if I walk from the main road, I remember 3 in the morning I was walking back and somebody snatched my purse
Oh,
and I screamed, and 300 more people came to beat him up to the death. So,
wow.
because there are so many people, as much as it's scary, it is still quite protective. But because here lack of people, there are corners where the crime always happening, like little or small. And I have experienced more here than I ever experienced in India.
Wow.
I've been here around 25 years, same as you, and same thing. So I really appreciate because of less people in the country, there's a lot of quietness, quiet roads, and easy targets available. Like obviously, like you said, Asian
Yes.
woman who doesn't speak English, very small, doesn't have strong strength. It's very difficult for them. So yeah, it's amazing what you did. And when did all this started? Like what was the year?
I think I joined the Asian Council on Reducing Crime in 2007, I think.
Okay.
And then in the following year, I was made the chairperson because I was nosy. I was interested in a lot of community work, and I enjoy the new idea of working alongside the police. I've never worked with the police before, and also working with the council. So that gives me a lot of new ideas, and I got a sense that I'm not working, but I'm learning. So
Learning.
a lot of satisfaction from there. And so I became the chairperson of that organization, and I'm still the chairman until now because they
Great.
wouldn't want to replace me.
That's great. Congratulations. That's wonderful. Like, yeah, just being coming from different country and being having that post and continuing that, you must have a lot of strength and balance to do everything right. As I always think that working with the community, definitely you need to be a people person. You need to be motivated. You want to make the changes. So there are a lot of things one person should have to do such a thing. So you must have all that. So they don't want to let you go.
No, that is it's just because I thought I had quite a bit of time to go around and work things out, and I'm pretty outspoken in a way. I'm not too shy. So they said that okay, we will get you to represent us, and so okay, why not? Then I just continue liaising with the different organizations and still enjoying the work.
Brilliant. That's really good to know. Just out of this side, I would love to ask you, because a lot of people ask me this question, what is the reason you think you are confident? What you think, what is your analogy about being
Okay.
confident? Yeah.
It is because I'm moderately thick-skinned. I don't mind how others look at me. Well, actually, I do mind, but I don't mind a lot. And I do not look at what I have done badly in the past
Yes.
or look at the mistakes I've made. I look at now, what can I do better?
Great.
And so my mindset is focused on in the present.
Right.
So
yes.
I look at what is happening now, how I can work things out. And I get the satisfaction not from any financial rewards, not from any recognition, but from the way that I see people enjoy our services and look at the people so energetically put up the hand and say, yes, I will join you. So I got a lot of satisfaction when I was expecting 5 people to turn up for the road patrol, for the foot patrol, and then actually 20 people turned up. So that was
True.
amazing.
Yes, yes, and I think it's a key, and I do believe some other way that my confidence is my upbringing. When you don't have the right upbringing, sometime you can be put down by family, or you can be illy treated by family member, or some other reason, and that can impact on you. But I grew up with lots of love. So my dad always had a faith in me. So I feel like that is my confidence. So wanted to know, as a woman from Hong Kong, what is your great. So thank you so much for sharing your background. And it is good to live in a moment, right? That's what you think. This is
Yes.
now. What is gone is gone.
And honestly, with my life, I have never experienced or witnessed civil wars. And whatever revolutions in the other countries didn't affect me. Hong Kong was a British colony until 1997.
Right.
And before that, we were probably shielded from whatever thing was happening in other places. So we were brought up in a relatively peaceful environment. And as you said, there were recognitions. I did pretty well at school, and I didn't know why. I just did my work, and then I came, say, second or first in class. So I made my parents proud, and in turn, I feel very proud of them, very proud that I'm in the family. And my, as you said, the upbringing means a lot to boost the confidence of the person.
That's
so
right.
I'm pretty confident because I did a lot of practice before I work on anything. As a tutor, you know, we have to do a lot of preparation before the lessons. It doesn't matter if it didn't turn out too well. I can always make amends, and I can always correct my mistakes.
True.
It's okay. And so far, I have come across more good than bad.
Yes.
More compliments than people blaming, shouting at me, or abusing. So I haven't experienced those.
It is a country for innovator, I always say. This is a new country and it is for innovator, and if you have a great idea, it will take on, and if you are committed to that. And like you, I have a thick skin too now, so if somebody ill-treat me because I'm Indian, I just think, oh, they don't have a great upbringing, and I let go very quickly. I think I'm glad I had a better one. And I'm a better person, so I let go very quickly.
Yes.
So I understand. So on the other note, I know you have done the great work with the crime prevention, but you also have a charitable trust now, right? Is that
yes?
Yeah, would love to know what that charitable trust about and what you are bringing to the country.
That one is called Inclusions.
Inclusion.
As the name implies, we want to make our community a place where everybody don't feel that they are the odd man out, or they are they're excluded. I want everyone to feel that they belong, they can integrate into the community. So I, for one, I'm not a local Caucasian, and I'm not a local Maori, but I feel accepted and welcome in this country.
True.
And I would like everyone to feel the same. Currently, not everyone feels the same because they are too conscious about their color, about their age, about the language they speak, about their culture, about who they get along with and what they celebrate. But I don't think it should be the case because, after all, we're human beings.
Yes.
Everyone is the same. So I don't see an Indian in you. I only look at you as a talented person who is interviewing me today, who is facilitating all the setup. So I do believe that we can learn from anyone, and there is no need for me to be ashamed of myself as well. So I am me, you are you. Okay, if you are better in this way, you may be richer, you may be more intelligent, but so what? I still have my own merits. I believe in myself. Whatever you say, it doesn't matter. It doesn't hurt me.
Yes. Making it strong.
So the inclusions, we try to organize programs that would make people join in, and also get them to know more about what is happening. So I'm particularly keen at bringing people to look and experience other cultures. For example, I organize trips for people to visit the marae. Right. Especially those people who have never been in a marae before. Just like the Buddhist temple, I take people to there. True. It doesn't matter whatever religion you are. This is a place in Howick. So I took people to the marae and experienced the pottery, listen to the karanga, and enjoy the hospitality, and see how they welcome not only you into the marae, but also your ancestors that you carry. And they welcome everybody. And then the people would look at the architecture, would look at, these are the ribs, these are the backbones, and these represent whatever. So I mean, there's such a richness of the culture behind every culture. But the Maori is the mainstream culture as well in New Zealand, so I feel quite strongly about getting people to understand more about them rather than saying that, oh, he's a Maori and he's not my type. But I mean, who is your type? Me being a Chinese is not anyone's type, but we have to be just happy.
That's
and
right.
The more you know about another culture, the more you tend to be able to accept them.
Yes.
So I do believe that we have to mix a little bit more.
That's right. And we are sort of everybody's doing their part, like you are doing amazing work. I have done a World of Culture, that's another festival council organized. And I did a big fashion show last year. And I met girls from Peru and Chile, and I would have never known other than that. But I just said at the end just to how beautiful it is to see all the cultures and how amazing that you can bring this here and show people, and that's all we want, that your recognition, that you're watching us and accepting us how we are. And there was a girl from Chile and she cried and she hugged me and she said, if you were not here, I would have never dared to wear my country costume.
Oh.
And I said, please never feel like that, wear whatever, whenever you want to wear. You have to gel as a human with the people where you moved in, but you have to keep your culture, your language, everything alive. So I totally believe, and I'm really grateful that you are here today because we are balancing on this quite a lot.
Oh, thank you.
That's really lovely. And so the charitable trust, what is it called again?
Inclusions.
Okay, and anybody can join and help you and things like that. I would love to be part of it if I could help.
Well, we would love to have you on board, though. We don't have a large board. We think that decision making, we don't need a lot of people to make decisions, but we do need a lot of people to help out. So we need volunteers when we are organizing a trip. We try to liaise with the different organizations. Recently, we also went to the Polish Museum.
Okay.
Do you know there is a Polish museum in
Hawick?
In Hawick? Yes.
Yeah, I heard that. Yes.
But there are not many Polish people around us. Well, not as far as I understand. But then there is a museum, and it was very interesting and mind-blowing to take a group of people to the museum where there are so many wonderful places that we can visit to enjoy the culture, to enjoy the company of other people. Just look at food. I'm a foodie. I like all sorts of food.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
My friends and my family overseas, they always envy me that within, say, 10 kilometers, I can have all the foods, all the
Every
restaurants.
type, yes. We're so lucky, seriously, in that way. Because I went to England and then my friend who used to live here, she said, I have to go to city center to get a sushi. And it is one pound each. And I said, oh my goodness.
Wow.
She said, I really miss New Zealand because the food is very difficult even in Europe. And I thought, wow, no, we are really lucky. Even you go to Rotorua and you name it, everything is there.
Yes.
Whatever, if I love Thai food. Yes. There are so many Indian options there. You have Japanese, everything is covered. So
yes,
yeah, amazing.
And earlier this year, we organized a program with a primary school. Mm-hmm. We organized a cultural workshop day. During that workshop, we have got 4 stations.
Right.
One is the Vietnamese people teaching the children how to make Vietnamese rice rolls.
Oh wow.
It was a hands-on session, and everyone got to eat what they made. And then there was a station with a Tai Chi guy, showcasing the Chinese Tai Chi fans and the sword. I don't even know what they are. Tai Chi is too slow for me anyway. But he was instilling some ideas about the other type of exercise.
Okay.
It is not only for elderly. It is to strengthen not only the body but also the mind.
Right.
And it creates a lot of interest in the children trying to open the fan to see how it produces sound. And then we had a station with the Taiwanese ladies teaching the students how to make a bracelet using beads and also tying some knots.
Oh, nice.
And then we also had a station manned by an African lady. She brought some rice or something that looked like rice to me,
right.
and showed the people this is the food that those people eat.
she showed them pictures what those people live in her country. I think the country is called Eswatini. Yes.
Okay.
That's okay. I haven't even heard about it before until I come across this lady. So she showed the children how to carry a baby using just a piece of cloth.
Yes.
So it was really interesting for the children to learn from an early age that there are differences in people.
Right.
But respect and acceptance of somebody different is evident to our upbringing.
Right.
So this is how we have tried to not penetrating the schools, but try to move from school to school and continue doing this program for the schools.
Very good. Very amazing. Yeah, you're just doing quite exceptional. And I do know that you have received recognition with the award. What was that award about?
That was the Queen's Service Medal.
Right.
In recognition of the community involvement that I was in and also the contribution I made to the community. Actually, I'm not contributing more than other people, but just that somebody looked at it and recognized it. And so I'm really thankful and grateful for that because it ascertains and it reconfirmed my confidence and my working in this area to be correct move.
True. No, it's really a great thing to do, and congratulations. When I read it, I thought, wow, great. It's you always feel quite humble about it because when you win the award, you think there are other people also, but there must be something or the other people are looking at, and they chose you to give that award. So, congratulations again. And lastly, we would love to know if you have any plans for your charitable trust. What is coming up for the future? Is it anything lined up quite big for now?
Now with the Asian Council on Reducing Crime, the climate has changed. The crime types also changed over time. And the volunteering side is also changing. Before we were able to get hold of people who came into New Zealand to look after their, say, grandchildren or housewives who did not have a job, so they came along and help out. But that people seem to be getting very busy.
Right.
And also the membership has changed. A lot of people have moved either to another city or moved overseas or moving back to their hometown.
Yeah.
And so we do come across some difficulty getting a lot of people to work with us. We don't have 20 people showing up. We may have 5, 6, 7, but we are still happy with that.
Yes.
We believe that even if you have got one extra pair of eyes and ears to help out on watching the crime and making, say, maybe stopping one perpetrator, that is still worthwhile.
True.
It is the effect cannot be measured.
Yeah.
And the other good thing about it is we try to get the people to realize that volunteering is good. Contributing to the community to the betterment of the community is a good thing. So if we can get one more person to come and volunteer, we would be very happy about it.
So,
and with the inclusions, we will continue to do the same. But what we do see is that a lot of the organizations, they organize a lot of activities.
Right, yes.
We don't lack of activities. If you look at the local library, they set up posters. Week after week, they have so many activities. But one thing I would really like to see more would be the mix and mingle between the communities, among the communities, not just confined to, say, I am Chinese, let's do something for the Chinese. We don't lack those things.
Yes.
But what we lack would be inviting other people to come along or celebrating something with the other people.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about a project probably would be carried out in December.
Right.
Just to look at how different people will celebrate the different seasons.
Right, yes.
In the Northern Hemisphere, we celebrate harvest, we celebrate Thanksgiving or whatever. And the friends said, hey, in New Zealand, we don't seem to be celebrating those things. Then I said, okay, let's celebrate all the seasons. Let them perform what they what they think would be representative of their culture. So we are thinking about cultural performances in art form, but showcasing how they celebrate the seasons, how they intertwine with each other, putting art into the seasons with people and so on. So this is one project with the inclusions. We'll continue with the children's cultural education.
Sure.
With crime prevention, I think we would move slightly away from the foot patrol. We still can do whatever we can, but we would focus more on, say, crime prevention education.
Right.
For example, the recent assault of a teenager on the bus sparked a lot of discussion among the people, how we should protect themselves, should we intervene, or so these are there are a lot of information that we don't know yet. We would need the input from the police, from the Auckland Transport, and from other agencies, and people would love these. Either in person or on Zoom. We plan to maybe move to that area as well.
Okay. I think I'm sure like getting more youngsters also coming in gives a different sort of perspective for any project. So that's great to do a certain thing, doing cultural thing like when we do Diwali as such. So I know that what we're presenting, that's my personal thing. So as an Indian, if I'm presenting Diwali, I really want to show what it is. It's not about dancing and food only. It is about spirituality. It is about meeting people. It is about sharing. It is about languages. It is about integrity. It is about education. It is about knowledge. It's a lot of things. So if we're not able to present that, how people will know what is the right thing when it's come to Diwali. So same as presenting different culture, bringing people together so they can feel connected, that I can be part of this, I understand where they're coming from, and this is our balance. So I'm also working towards that as always. But yeah, amazing that what work you are doing. And I like the idea of bringing the program together in December. I would love to join you and see if I could help you in any way. I'm away for a bit, but I will definitely join and help you out.
Hey, you would be most welcome. I'm actually thinking about one education session or a series of sessions to talk about yum cha. Do you know what yum cha is?
Yes, I know.
Do you go yum cha?
I haven't.
Okay, so a lot of people have known about yum cha, but first they may not have been to the yum cha place. They don't know what it is. So I think this would be a great way of talking about the Cantonese culture, the Hong Kong culture of yum cha. So in that way, I would be bringing out what I know best about my Hong Kong culture to the people of New Zealand, looking at things that most of them would enjoy. So I think a lot of people would enjoy. I would tell people how to order the barbecue pork bun, what is it called in Chinese, and why do you open the lid of the teapot to get the water refilled and so on. It would be interesting.
It will be interesting. I haven't had a chance to go because few times friends went and they say, Anju, you won't find anything vegetarian. So I haven't been. So I will make sure that when you organize, I will see how the yum cha really is.
Yeah, I will make sure there would be some vegetarian food for you.
Thank you. And on the note, I would love that if somebody coming from Hong Kong or say from any other country or town new, for any age group, and they want to feel connected, what are your thoughts? What would you suggest what they should do? Any inspiration from your side, how you start?
Well, there are a lot of Chinese organizations around. Even in this vicinity, we have those for people in Park Coroner, Botany, Highland Park, and if you go a little bit further, Penmuir, there are a lot of organizations.
Yes.
But if you visit any library, local library, there would almost certainly be a Chinese-speaking librarian who would be guiding you along, who would be talking about all those activities around. So just watch out for all those activities, announcements on posters, and also on the library's Facebook. But it is important for people to step out.
Yes.
If they stay at home all day feeling shy about their language or whatever, they are not going to integrate too well, too soon.
True, true. So that's really makes sense because that's the one thing that not to feel or make yourself isolated about feeling quite different and difficult. I think for me it was only first couple of months I was feeling a bit miserable. I was thinking I look quite different. My clothing is different. I was feeling that I look really bad. So I was quite upset about it. And one of the Kiwi lady, she told me that, no, you are beautiful because we like this and we like that. And I was trying to understand the culture and feeling myself comfortable. So she made me feel really comfortable. And I think that was my day. I was able to step out and I still call her my Kiwi mom.
Oh, wonderful.
So the first person who made me feel like home and appreciated who I am. So yeah, that's a really good suggestion for people to get out, meet your community,
Yes.
speak to different people, and also mix with different culture. So
Yes.
you understand your horizon get bigger. You want to learn more. You have a lot more to share. You have a lot more to listen.
Yes.
So it's a great idea.
Yes, volunteering is also an easy way to get to expand your social circle. When I first came here for the first few months, I did not drive. I don't know what to do. I suddenly didn't have a job, so I went around and tried to look for some volunteer work. And as a nurse, what I could do was to go to East Care on Bonney Road and say, "Hey, do you need somebody who can make the beds, who can tidy up the dressing trolley, and so on?" So they let me do those things there. And then one day a doctor approached me and said, "Hey, I need a Chinese-speaking nurse at my clinic. Would you like to come along?" I said, "I don't want a job." He said, "Come along, have a look." And then I ended up working in the clinic for 5 years.
Wow. Wow.
Yes. So I do think that volunteering is a great way to meet people and understand more about the country.
And people see you who you are, more. It's more understanding than once you are hiring somebody. If they see you as a volunteer, how amazingly you work, they would love to hire you. Or
Yes.
in your case, you didn't want it to, but obviously, if you are jobless or if you are trying to integrate with new country, go volunteer, meet new people. There are so many things happening, like Cancer Society is there, Heart Foundation is there.
Yes.
They're always looking for. So you will find a better way to meet people and connect with them.
Yes. I mean, there are so many volunteering opportunities around, even the op shops.
Yes.
Yeah, and the other places. So yes, if I were to talk to anyone, I would say first, try to learn the language.
Yes.
And in the meantime, join some social group and volunteer your service. From these, you would expand not only the social circle, but also the scope of your understanding of the culture.
True. Oh, it's really amazing. Thank you very much, Rosa. That was wonderful.
welcome.
So many insights, so many things to learn from you. And where you started and what you are doing now is amazing. I really appreciate you. So thank you everyone. It was Rosa Chow doing amazing, exceptional work for our community to connect everyone. So what you are doing, are you doing anything to connect with the new people in a country? Are you connecting the multicultural city together? That's really important for our future and our next generation future. So thank you so much to Rosa Chow, and we look forward to seeing you at the next episode. Thank you.
Thank you.